between the lines. Bird dogs are hunting, street pipes are puffing. I'm loving this diesel life. County Mountie in the middle, think I just peed a little. Glad I ain't got no panties on. Don't need no bugs on my glass, bears on my ass, or pop singer singing country songs. Blood fucking chicken trucking.
Good evening, everybody. Saw a little bit to talk about tonight. Saw a little bit of my drive here. That was probably the best part of the trip, I think. Been dealing with this snowstorm coming across Iowa. Anyway, I delivered in Missouri yesterday. You saw me getting my tire fixed last night. I got it fixed. They're kind of late. Ran up to right at the Missouri Iowa line. Spent the night there. Came up this morning up here. This took a little bit longer than I thought to get to my pickup. Got to my pickup. Everything went pretty smooth there. I wanted to jump out while it was still daylight, or at least a little daylight, and try to show you this load. It's still snowing like crazy. Not 100%. Hopefully the snow doesn't get all over the lens of the camera, but I'm gonna give it a shot here and see what I can get done. Then I'm gonna run inside. I'm at Iowa 80 truck stop tonight. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute too, how I ended up here, because I still had about 6 hours left in my logbook, probably 3.5 hours of daylight left, and I ended up having to stop. So I'm gonna talk about that and the reason why, and it's something I don't think I've ever discussed before, so it's kind of interesting. So I'm trying to get out here, show you the load now, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't know, the snow's coming down pretty hard, so here we go. Let's see what we get. All right, well, this is what it looks like right now. Up in Iowa. This one is delivering to, this one's going overseas, delivering to the port in Baltimore. One thing I wanted to talk about, this weather is, man, my trailer was completely clean an hour ago from running down the road. This I fought with a little bit at pickup. In the winter, when you get into storms like this, you're running into slush and everything. This is what the front of your trailer ends up looking like. Probably need to get my light out. I might do that later. I might get my light out and shoot another shot of that so you can see what the front of the trailer looks like. It's pretty hard to deal with. Securement on this load, thing weighs about 48,000 pounds. Or I'm sorry, 38,500 pounds. So I did 3 chains back here. Got some new flags. I got it all flagged up. I did 2 chains, 2 additional chains back here, 1 on each side, pulling. Got the other side flagged up too. No need to cover the exhaust on this one because the wind's not going to go down in it. Pretty basic load, not too bad. Where I picked it up from, pretty easy load, pretty fast. Man, snow getting in my eyes. Jump back in the truck real quick here. All right. Whew, man. Weather. So what I wanted to talk about, this is something you fight with in the winter. When you run on the roads like this, there's a lot of slush and stuff on the road. it ends up building up because everything comes right off the back of them tires. The mud flaps only stop so much. Everything comes right off the back of them tires and just collects right there at the front of the trailer, right where the dog ears flip and everything else. And I don't know how much of that you can see, but that stuff currently, it's about a foot thick of ice and snow right on them dog ears. So also another use for that tire iron that I have that I showed you in a couple videos ago, I'll be able to chip that away. Hopefully it doesn't freeze too bad. It's actually supposed to be warm enough at home this weekend. I think this is all going to melt, but so it's something to think about and keep in mind when you're hauling an RGN, manual RGN. You got to be able to detach your pickup and delivery. So that makes it awfully difficult to do those with them dog ears all spun or all caked up like that with ice and snow. So the reason I'm stopped tonight, and I said I had a whole bunch of time left on my logbook and probably at least a couple hours worth of daylight left. The reason I stopped tonight is because with Specialized, when you're over dimensional and you're running on a permit load, you're not allowed to run in inclement weather. This is really up to the discretion of the officer of what is considered inclement and what's not. In this case, Iowa actually defines, Iowa and Pennsylvania are the only two that I know of that actually define, or Illinois. Well, I don't think Illinois defines it, but they're very strict about it. They actually define it on their provision sheets on what is considered inclement weather. And this, what I was running in this afternoon to get here from pickup was absolutely questionable. It was borderline the definition of inclement weather. So I made the choice. I stopped early. Obviously, Iowa 80 is not a bad place. Not a bad place to stop. It's a great truck stop. Huge, plenty of parking, really nice showers inside. Got a great restaurant, plenty of shopping if you're into that. There's definitely worse places to stop. So I made the choice to stop here tonight. A couple different reasons. Number one, I'm close enough that I can make it home tomorrow. Friday's tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so I'm close enough that I can make it home tomorrow, and I knew that. This storm is supposed to stop at about 9 o'clock tonight. That'll give them plenty of time to work over the night, and I'm sure they will be. You know, the road crews will be out all night long trying to get this cleaned up, and I'm sure they will. So that'll give them a chance to get all the roads cleaned up, and tomorrow morning when I leave here, I should be able to just run and not have to worry about what I was fighting with to get here. You saw a little bit of it, but that's something I hadn't talked about with permits, is the inclement weather rules, and it's really it's really up to the discretion of the officer, and it's very hard to know for sure whether you're in or outside of that inclement weather rule. This one was right there on the edge of what I thought was appropriate. Plus, I'm not in a super big hurry. You know, obviously I'd like to get home as early as possible tomorrow, but I also want to get home tomorrow. I don't want to. It's just not worth the risk. Knowing that I can leave here in the morning and make it home on good roads, or what I think will be good roads, it's just not worth it to me to continue driving on the road conditions that I was dealing with, and the traffic that's around me. I can't control what they do. Sometimes you almost can't control what you do. So on roads like this, so I made the choice, shut it down. It's just not worth the risk of damaging my truck, damaging the freight on the trailer, getting in an accident, damaging someone else's property, or hurting somebody, or hurting myself. It's just not. I didn't think today it was worth it. It just, obviously, like I said, I'd like to be home as early as possible tomorrow, but I definitely will still make it home. So that's something about inclement weather. It's a choice you got to make. It's a tough choice. It was a tough choice for me today. I really would have preferred to keep running, but I think it was a smart choice and definitely the safe choice. So shut it down. hopefully the storm does stop tonight around 9 o'clock and give these road crews some chance to clean it all up. I'm looking at the radar and it looks pretty good for it to get out of here. And then hopefully they'll get it all cleaned up in front of me. So, but I wanted to bring that up. I wanted to show you the trailer, and then I also wanted to bring up inclement weather on why I'm stopped tonight. It's something I hadn't talked about, but it's pretty, in the winter months, something you got to think about. Even in summer months, you run into a hurricane or that type situation. That can also be considered inclement weather. And it is a violation. Like, had Illinois is very picky about it. And I had a feeling that had I kept going and running to Illinois, whether I thought it was safe or not, I think I probably would have ended up with I definitely had high potential of ending up with a permit violation for running in inclement weather. At the very least, they would have shut me down at the scale and not let me leave there, and then I wouldn't have had, you know, the opportunities I have here to get a shower and get some food and be a little bit more enjoyable of a spot to stop. So tough choice, but it was a choice that I think was the right choice for tonight. I definitely, putting all the factors involved, I definitely think it was the right choice. So something to keep in mind when you're out running this specialized stuff. The inclement weather, you don't run into it very often. This is kind of a first for me. I don't know that I had ever got in a position before that I just didn't feel safe running, and I just didn't. I agree with the inclement weather on this one. I didn't feel 100% safe out there on the road. I was watching people get squirrely around me. It's a matter of time. I saw 3 jackknife trucks on the way here. I think it's just a matter of time before it might have happened to me, and it's just not a risk I was willing to take. I think I love my family, but I think my family likes to see me too. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go inside, get a shower, get some food. I got a couple other things I'd like to talk about. I may film again later on tonight. See what happens. See how long I'm in there. I'm gonna go wander around the chrome shot a little bit for a minute. That's probably gonna be a bad idea, but see what happens. I guess that's all I got for now, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. I appreciate you watching, and make sure if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe hit that bell so you get alerted whenever I post a new video. So I'm gonna go in and take care of the nightly stuff, and I will talk to you all soon. Hope everybody is in a little better weather than I am right now. Anyway.